This is a Fox News alert for you. The White House responding just moments ago to the health concerns over Hillary Clinton. Now that we know she has pneumonia and was diagnosed with such on Friday, as the president gets ready to meet with top members of Congress to discuss the priorities of this session. Rich Edson is live at the White House. Rich, what's the White House saying right now about Clinton's health?
Well, good afternoon, Sandra. And White House Press Secretary Josh Earnest, responding to Hillary Clinton's collapse yesterday, says it changes nothing about President Obama's belief that Clinton is qualified to be president. This is his former senior advisor, David Axelrod, criticized Clinton's campaign for failing to earlier disclose what they now say is pneumonia. Axelrod called that an unhealthy penchant for privacy. As for whether Clinton should have already released a more detailed record of her health, Earnest says it's up to each campaign to decide that.
Obviously, the requirement that the American people have some understanding of the health of their president is, I think, a pretty common sense proposition. But for individual candidates, they ultimately have to make a decision on their own about what kind of information and what kind of detail about their health they're prepared to disclose.
Clinton's campaign says it will release a more detailed health record. Also, Vice President Joe Biden's in North Carolina giving an education speech. He says of Clinton that she has been transparent about her health, and he's encouraging her, if the doctor says take 3 days off, she should take 6 days off. Sandra?
All right, Rich, what's on the president's agenda as he meets with congressional leaders this afternoon?
Now, the top Democrat, top Republican in the House and Senate will be here. The top two issues have now been merged into one. That is congressional funding, keeping the federal government open. At the end of this month, federal funding runs out, so they want to avoid a government shutdown, which would happen partially on October 1st if they fail to reach a deal. The second part, which is part of these negotiations, is money to fight Zika. Senate Democrats blocked a bill that Republicans had pushed last week in the Senate. There's a fight over Planned Parenthood involved in that, and so they're trying to resolve some of those issues today. Senate Democrats and broadly Democrats want Planned Parenthood involved in much of this Zika funding for contraception because they say it is note that Zika can be transmitted sexually. So all those arguments laying out on the table today, try to get this done before Congress leaves to campaign for re-election. Sandra.
All right, Rich Edson, thank you so much. Live for us from the White House.